Hey guys, good morning. Can you see my screen? If you're able to see my screen, just type yes in the chat box. Great. Okay, so let's get started. So we're almost there in exception handling mechanism. Yesterday I covered how to, yesterday I explained what exactly is an exception and what will happen if an exception occurs and how to handle the exception using try-catch blocks. And I explained about the exception hierarchy, parent class and grandparent class that we can use in the try-catch blocks. Now, finally, we are left out with one topic. You see, exception handling mechanism, I can explain more, but for Selenium perspective, I'm not covering everything, okay? So whatever that is required for Selenium only, I'm covering, okay? So here, the last one I'm going to take as exception types, okay? Exception types. So there are two types of exceptions, guys. One is checked exceptions, one is unchecked, okay? There are two types of exceptions. One is checked exception, another one is unchecked exception. Checked exceptions are the exceptions which are checked by the compiler. Okay. Checked exceptions are the exceptions which are checked by the compiler. So whatever the exceptions we have seen, arithmetic exception and array index out of bounds exception, did the compiler check for us? What do you say, guys? Did we get any compiler error? When I'm writing the code for arithmetic exception or array index out of bounds exception, did we see compiler giving us a error kind of stuff saying that you have to handle this exception kind of stuff in case of arithmetic array index out of bounds exception? No, right? That means it's not checked by the compiler. So they will fall under which category then? Checked or unchecked? If they are not checked by compiler, they'll fall under the unchecked category, right? They are unchecked exceptions. Whatever the examples I gave you, arithmetic exception or array index out of bounds exception will fall under unchecked exceptions category because they are not checked by the compiler. Okay, directly while running the code, in the output we got the error. Okay, in the output we got the error, guys. Okay, related to that exception or runtime error will get. So it is unchecked by the compiler. So these exceptions are called as unchecked exceptions. Okay. Unchecked exceptions are the exceptions that are not checked by the compiler, will occur only during the running of the code. Okay. While the program is running only, then only will get the exception. That is unchecked exception. One example for this unchecked exception is arithmetic exception that we have already seen, right? Arithmetic exception. I don't have to demonstrate again, but I'll try to show a bit. Where is that exceptions? Okay, I'll just new package exceptions 2, I'll say finish.
Generally, while doing automation, which type of exceptions we'll get?
Mostly unchecked exceptions. Okay,
Okay, okay,
very rare that we get checked exceptions. Okay, in Selenium automation, if you talk about most of the cases, we get unchecked exceptions. Okay. But we have to know because when you go with Java coding and all, right, there are some cases where you will get checked exceptions also that I'm going to show you so that you'll get a clarity.
okay.
Unchecked exceptions. Okay. The main method I'm creating. The code you are already aware of. What is the code? For example, int a is equal to 10, int a is equal to 0, int c is equal to a divided by b, system.out.println. Some sample code I'm writing, guys, nothing much. System.out.println b, system.out.println c. Okay. So at this particular line, are we going to get an exception when I run the code during the runtime? Yes or no? Yes, right? Answer is yes. You see, you're dividing a number by 0. Compiler is not giving you any error, but when I run the code, in the output, I'll get a runtime error known as arithmetic exception. So this exception is a checked exception or unchecked exception. This exception, arithmetic exception, is a checked exception or unchecked exception. I got an exception here. So it's an unchecked exception. The reason is you are trying to divide a number by 0. That's why you got the exception. It's an unchecked exception, right? That means that compiler has not checked this exception, but you are getting the exception in the output. Such kind of exceptions are called as unchecked exceptions. Another example is array index out of bounds exception. Also, when you write the code, compiler will not say that there is a possibility of an exception here in this case. Okay, directly in the output, you will get the exception details. So array index out of bounds exception also is a unchecked exception. Now let's go and look into an example of a checked exception. Checked exceptions are the exceptions that are checked by the compiler. Compiler will detect them in advance. Before you run the code itself, compiler will detect that there's a possibility of a runtime error coming here. Such kind of exceptions which are detected by the compiler before you run the code are called as checked exceptions because they are checked by compiler. So, fine. I'll write some code for checked exception. Class checked exceptions demo. Fine. File reader, reader, fr is equal to new file reader. And you see, I have not explained you about the file handling mechanism. This file handling mechanism will be covered in the next topic, okay? So if you see my notes and all in the next notes, in the next topics, we'll somewhere get, there are 3 more topics left out apart from this, whatever I'm covering now. We have packages, we have handling files, and we have collections framework. There are 3 more topics left out. So in that, coming to the handling files, okay, how to handle the files. In this, I cover about this file reader and all those stuff, okay? File reader and all those things will come here, okay? Yeah, they have file reader here, right? That I'm going to cover next, but for now, just focus on the exception handling mechanism concepts wise, okay? I just want to show you what are the type of exceptions that are checked exceptions, which are checked by the compiler, okay? So for that example, I have to take this, but the concept, real concept of file reader and all those things will be covered in the next few sessions, okay? So fine, I created an object for the file reader class, which is one of the predefined class in Java. I'll hover the mouse on the file reader class and import it from java.io package. Done. And here the constructor cannot be empty. Hover the mouse on this constructor. It's asking you to provide the file. So here you can say new file, or you can give the path of the file if you want. Let's say abc.txt file, okay? Like this you can say, and hover the mouse on the new file. Or if it is becoming complex, you can do one thing. What you can do is you can create file is equal to new file. Okay, in Java, if you want to represent a file, you have to create an object for the file class. All these concepts will be covered as part of the upcoming topic, file handling files topic. Okay, but for now, I have to show you the checked exception concept. So I am taking this example or coding example. Hover the mouse on this file class, predefined class, and import it from java.io package. Here I have to provide the path of the file. abc.txt is some random path I'm giving. This path doesn't exist. This file doesn't exist as a path, but I'm still giving just for random case. And this file I'll just provide inside this constructor, okay, to make the things clear. But is the error gone? But is the error gone, guys? Even after providing this file here, the error is not gone, right? Hover the mouse on this. Now, unhandled exception type, file not found exception. Is the compiler checking the possibility of the exception here or not? Is compile checking this particular code and saying that there is a possibility of exception here or not? Known as file not found exception is going to come. The file may not be available at this particular path. So there is a possibility that the file reader class may not be able to find the path at this given location. There is a possibility that Java compiler is checking for us and telling us that there is an unhandled exception that you have to handle it. Did it tell us in case of arithmetic exception to handle the arithmetic exception in advance, or did it tell us that we have to handle the array index out of bounds exception in advance? No, but it's saying that you have to handle this file not found exception in advance. This kind of exceptions in Java are called as checked exceptions. Everyone type in the chat box, checked exceptions. These are called as checked exceptions. I want everyone to remember this. So these are called as checked exceptions, okay? The compiler checking the exception, possibility of exception in advance are called as checked exceptions, okay? Great. Now, when the compiler checks for me that there is a possibility of exception, there are two things I can do, guys, okay? There are two actions I can do. One action is that I can handle this exception. How to handle the exceptions in Java? Only one way to handle the exceptions. Using what we can handle the exceptions in Java? Yes, Kumari, you are right. Try catch. Try catch is the answer, right? Only one way in Java to handle the exceptions. What is that? Using try catch block only we can handle the exceptions, okay? Whether it is checked exceptions or unchecked exception doesn't matter. If you want to handle the exception, we have to use try catch blocks only. Throws
In
is not.
suggestions, in
Yeah.
suggestions, we are getting 2 points, right? Try, catch, and throws. Can you explain those two also?
Yes, yes. When I hover the mouse, there are two possibilities coming. One is to surround with try-catch block, which is nothing but we are trying to handle the exception with the help of try-catch block. Throws is not about handling the exception. You may think that throws is about handling the exception. This is not about handling the exception. It's ignoring the exception. You see, compiler, if you may think that compiler sometimes is becoming smart, over smart, and is suggesting you that there is a possibility of exception. You just want to shut the mouth of the compiler saying that I can take it. Don't worry about that. Okay. You are unnecessarily irritating me. If you have that feeling, and if you don't want to handle the exception with try-catch block, the other option we have is a throws. Got it, guys? If you want to ignore the error that is given by, okay, compiler is checking for you that there is a possibility of an exception. But if you don't want the compiler to tell you, you are pretty sure that at this particular path, the file is available no matter what. And you don't want to listen to the compiler. You just want to make the compiler shut its mouth and stop, because I cannot run this program, right? If this error is there, compiler error is there, can I run the program? I cannot run the program really. I'll get a message saying that, error is there kind of stuff. You have to resolve this and all the stuff, but forcibly I can run it still. Okay. But the thing here is, I don't want the compiler to give this error to me. Okay. Rather, I want to handle this using try catch block, nor I want the compiler to give a error message to me in the code saying that there is a possibility of an exception. I want to shut the mouth of the compiler, or I want to ignore the message given by the compiler by shutting its mouth. Then I can go with the second option. But first option is that, yeah, compiler is giving me a suggestion that there is a possibility of an exception that this particular file may not be available at its path. And if this particular file is not available at its path, okay, we make it file not found exception. That's what is the compiler giving, right? So what I will do here is, if I listen to the compiler that there is a possibility of an exception, and just for the to handle the exception, if I surround with try catch blocks, file not found exception E. Okay, there's a possibility of file not found exception system.out.println E. And here I'll import this file not found exception class from java.io package. Now, did I handle the exception? Can I handle the checked exceptions? Can I handle the checked exceptions in Java? Yes, right? Whether it is checked exception or unchecked exceptions, ultimately I can use try catch blocks to handle the exception. Right? Whether they may be checked exceptions or unchecked exceptions doesn't matter. I can use try catch blocks in Java to handle the exceptions, no matter what. If I handle the exception now, am I getting any compiler error? No, the compiler error is resolved because I have handled the exception. And if I run the code, if I simply write the one print statement to see whether the program is still continuing this. You see, the purpose of the handling exception is that after we get the exception also, the program still should continue the execution, right? So if it is still continues the execution, end of this program should be printed. End of this program should be printed for us. Run the code and observe that end of this program should be printed after handling the exception and printing the exception details here. End of this program got printed means the program program execution has been continued despite of we getting an exception, because we know that at this particular location the abc.txt file is not available. In this particular project, do you see anywhere abc.txt file is available? No. That means this particular file path doesn't exist. The file reader will this particular statement 14th line will give you an exception, that is file not found exception. So it will be catched here and handled here. Exception details got printed as part of handling mechanism. And after that, program execution has been continued without stopping there itself at this line 14, because we have handled the exception. So end of this program got printed. Okay. So we are able to successfully handle the exception. Right? We are able to successfully handle the exception. So other way is I don't want to handle the exception. I don't want to handle the exception. So I'll just write this code here. I don't want to handle the exception, but I want to ignore the exception by shutting the mouth of the compiler. Okay, sometimes we don't want to handle the exception, and we just want to ignore the exception given by the compiler and just want to go with whatever the code we have written. Over the mouse on this and add throws declaration, but it's not recommended, guys. Okay, it's better whenever compiler give you there is a possibility of an exception. Better to handle it, guys. Don't skip that. Okay, but in some cases we may ignore the exception. Okay, but this is not
Sir, one doubt, sir.
yeah.
Sir, like, sir, you as you told, right? So, like, if your exception is coming, and and if you have handled it, the like it won't it. So, if you handled it, it won't stop. The next code will be executing. So,
Yes,
sir,
sir.
in Selenium, so if like if there is a
Mm,
if there is a thing like if you are clicking somewhere and we are getting error that element not found.
okay.
Okay.
Mm.
After that, but like normally what happens that if that code is coming, our code will stop.
Yes,
Next program
directly.
will,
Yes, right. When you get an
yeah,
exception, a runtime error,
yeah,
the execution will stop there itself. Right.
yeah, sir. Now, if I
Mm. Yes, yes. Continue. Hello.
is had option, so the next code will be running. So hand accept. Yeah. Hello, sir. Hello.
Yeah, yeah.
Hello.
We 1 minute. Just give me a second. Maybe there's internet instability. Yeah. Can you repeat your question once again?
Yeah, so no, my question is that now, sir, like if I'm handling the exception, okay,
Mm.
like
Mm.
in Selenium, for
Mm.
like the click element not found. So in the
Mm.
try catch, I'm putting that code, okay,
Mm.
and catch, what I have to put now, that exception name, or like I have to put the solution again for that click event to
Mm.
happen.
So it all depends on you. You see, what we do generally in real time is whenever you get an exception, okay, we don't want the script to fail abruptly there, right? So
Yeah.
coming to Selenium, what we generally do is we'll handle the exception. First thing is that, okay, no matter what exception comes, we are going to handle the exception. And in the catch block, we'll write the code for taking a screenshot and failing the test-ng test. As part of test-ng test, right, it has to mark it as failure, and we'll try to log something into the reports. test test results reports. Such kind of things we'll do, but we don't want to stop the execution. There are two ways again. If it's a major one, we can stop the execution. If it is a small one for which the test is failing, we want it to continue the execution. So there are soft assertions and hard assertions concepts in Selenium that we will not understand now. Okay, things will get complicated now. If you think about what we'll do in Selenium automation right now, okay. If you talk about soft assertions, okay, like what happens is even after that things fail, the execution will continue. But in case of hard assertions, execution will stop, but it will not stop abruptly. Rather, it will take a proper screenshot. It will mark it as fail, okay, and all those stuff, okay. And the reports will get some logs, etc., of the failure details, etc. Okay, you got it right. What we have to do in Selenium automation.
Yeah, sir. Yeah, sir.
But I understand that at this level, when I explain, a lot of people may not understand this. But when we go at that level, right, in the framework part, we'll try to do something. Okay, just at a high level, you try to understand. At a framework level, in some of, we'll create a reusable method kind of stuff we'll create in the framework, which contains this handling, try catch mechanism we'll implement. And if any exception really occurs at any point of time in our automation script, automatically that method should be called, and in that method, catch block code will be executed and screenshot will be taken. Such kind of things we'll do as part of handling. And there are two ways of handling the exceptions. One is like, soft assertions will write where, even after something fails, the script will continue. Okay. For small kind of checks, we don't have to fail the test, right? We have soft assertions there, and hard assertions are the where we'll stop this script from execution and will fail the test there itself. And script will not execute further. Okay. Like that. There are multiple ways of doing that. So things will be complex now for me to explain, but later I'll cover it for you. Okay. Is that fine?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No problem.
Yeah. For now, it will be complex for you. Okay. So I don't want to cover. Once we get into that real picture of Selenium automation, I'll definitely cover for you. As part of the frameworks, we'll implement that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Okay, guys. Okay. So the other thing I was telling you, right, is ignoring the exception, right? So I'll just remove this. This one has been added when I ignore the exception, right? Over the mouse, if I don't want to handle the exception, in most cases, it is recommended to handle the exception. In real time, we have to handle each and every exception using try catch block. But sometimes we don't want to handle just to save the time, or, to make the program look simple, or whatever the reasons may be. You just have to ignore the exception. When you say add throws, you have to write it manually basically, but Eclipse IDE is giving you facility of, just selecting it and it will automatically add. You see, this is the throws keyword. People who are asking me about the throws keyword, right? Throws, and if this particular code will throw you an exception, file not found exception, okay, then Java compiler should ignore that. Okay, so now you see Java compiler is not giving a message to us that there is a possibility of file not found exception here. In this case, we have shut the mouth of the compiler by writing this declaration here. Okay, in the declaration of this method, we have written throws file not found exception, means ignore this exception. If there is a possibility also, don't tell me that. Okay, but here the file exists at this path. We have shut the mouth of the compiler, but if is a file exists at this particular path? No, right? So in this case, since I have ignored the mouth of since I have shut the mouth of the compiler and I have made it ignore it, now if I run the code, is there a possibility of getting an exception? Is there a possibility of getting an exception? Yes or no? Exception will come or not? Exception will come, right? Because file is not available at the path. You only told me that abc.txt file is not there. That means file reader will give an exception or not here. Did I handle the exception? Did I handle the exception? I have not handled the exception. That means when I run the code, will I get a runtime error here? Because I have ignored the exception here, but still the exception is coming. Ignoring means only the compiler I am making it to ignore. I am not making the program to ignore. Only compiler will ignore the exception and will not give me the error message here. Compiler error will not come. But will the runtime error will come? In this case, will the compiler error will come? Runtime error will come? Runtime error will come, guys. because I have not handled the exception. In Java, only way to handle the exception is by using what? Only one way is in Java is there to handle the exception. What is that? Using try catch blocks only we can handle the exception. Any other things we cannot handle the exception. If the exception is not handled, if the code is giving an exception, we are going to get a runtime error, which is nothing but exception known as file not found exception came. You see, this particular text file is not available at the specified path. That's what is the exception saying. But we have simply made the compiler ignore it. We have shut the mouth of the compiler for suggesting us saying that there's a possibility of exception. That only we are making the compiler shut the mouth. But the exception is still there. You are pretty confident that abc.txt file was there at the path, but abc.txt file was not at the given path. Hence, since we have not handled the exception using try catch block, we have simply made the mouth of the compiler shut. So what happens when you run the code? Error will still come. This runtime error will still come if the file is not available as the path. We have simply made the compiler not to give the error message. That's it. Okay. But when you run it, runtime error will definitely come. We have not handled the exception. We have just ignored the exception by shutting the mouth of the compiler. Okay. The ultimate way to handle this exception is by using the try catch block. If you don't use try catch block, and if you don't handle, and if there is a possibility of exception will come during the runtime if you ignore the exception and make the mouth of the compiler shut. Got it, guys? Clear? Is it clear, guys? Everyone types in the chat box if it is clear for you.
No doubt.
Yeah, please.
In thread.sleep, we use throws
Yes,
interrupted.
yes. Yes,
At
correct.
that time, at runtime error, we are not getting, right?
Okay. So what is happening in case of thread.sleep? Let's see. Thread.sleep. Some 3000 seconds will write. Over the mouse on this. You see, unhandled exception type, interrupted exception. Okay. It's giving an as exception, but surround with try catch block, for example, interrupted exception, something is coming, but you don't have to handle it. Okay, it's not you'll not get any runtime error in case of thread.sleep. Okay, but we generally don't handle this thread.sleep actually. Okay, in real time also we don't handle it because you know in runtime will not get the exception. As you rightly said, thread.sleep is one statement in Java which will halt your program for some time. Okay, when you hover the mouse, you can ignore the exception, but still you will not get any exception in the output. Okay, you will not get any runtime error in this case. Thread.sleep will not throw a runtime exception because we are not violating anything here. Okay, we are just simply shutting the mouth of the compiler, and by putting this thread.sleep here, I don't think you'll get a runtime error here. Okay, but compiler is suggesting us there is a possibility you can handle it something, but what cases it will come, we have to investigate, guys. Okay, what cases will get this interrupted exception, we have to see. So let's find it out. ChatGPT. Same question I'll type because I've never thought about this, but since you came up with this point, let's investigate that. Okay, while compiler gives checked exception. Checked exception. What is the checked exception? File not found exception. File not found exception for thread dot sleep. Even though we don't get any runtime error, though we don't handle it using try catch block, and we just ignore it by using throws. Let's see what will happen. Okay, so it's all about the threads concept, guys. Okay, I'm not going to cover the threads concept, but there is a multi-threading. In Java, we have something known as multi-threading. Okay, so where each thread will do some action parallelly or something, while one thread is running, another thread may interrupt. Okay, so you see this particular program, is being run as part of one thread, single threaded. This is, we are not working on multi-threaded programs and all. And I don't want to go there because, in Selenium automation, we don't need threading concept except the thread.sleep. You don't need any other stuff. Okay. So there is a possibility that when your program has multi-threads, that means your program is multitasking. Okay. Multi-threads means every thread will do some activity. If you have 5 threads, 5 activities will be done simultaneously. Okay. So while one thread is sleeping, one thread doing the activity is sleeping, let's say, you made one of the thread of this particular activity sleep. Another thread is active, because of which this thread will get interrupted, right? You're interrupting the halting time here. There's a possibility that your program may not halt for 3 seconds because another thread may be active. In such cases, there's a possibility of getting interrupted exception. Okay. While you are only making one thread to sleep, but there are other threads in the program which will be still be active and may run the code despite of one thread you are asking it to sleep. Okay. Halt for some time. So in that case, you will get interrupted. Your thread is getting interrupted. Okay. Only in that case, your thread will get interrupted, and you will get the runtime error if there is another thread which is halting, which is interrupting this particular thread. Otherwise, if you only have one thread, you will not get that interrupted exception. Okay. That is the reason we are not getting runtime error. Whether you handle it or whether you ignore it, you are not getting any, whether you ignore it also, you are not getting a runtime error, because we don't have multiple threads in this particular program. Only one thread is there that you are halting. So there is no possibility of other thread coming and, interrupting your halting thing of thread.sleep. So that's the reason we are not getting a runtime error. But when you work with multi-threaded programs and all those stuff, right? Then if you are halting and another thread is interrupting, then you may get a runtime error. Till then, you will not get the runtime error. Clear?
Yeah, thanks, sir.
But let's not go to the multi-threading concept because that is out of scope for me. But maybe as part of Java and all, we may discuss later. Okay. Other initiatives, we can take it later. But, for now, it's not like that. Okay. So this weekend, we have not planned any, software manual testing things and all. Only the regular live sessions are there. We're still in the discussions, guys. My team is still discussing on what to do and all. So it will take some time for me to announce. So don't worry. Tomorrow we just have tomorrow is Saturday, right? So tomorrow and day after tomorrow, we have the live initiatives going on. Okay. As usual. Okay. So just attend the sessions normal time, 7 to whatever the time. Okay. 7 a.m. to something. Okay. So we don't have manual testing. Still started it. We are still in discussion. We need some more time to start it. Okay. Just be there. Is that fine with everyone? Okay, cool. So we'll announce, guys. Okay. Once we are good, once everything is fine within our team and all, we'll announce that. But for then, just wait. Okay. We'll go with the same pace for now. Okay, fine. Then, okay. So here I'll just remove this part. Okay, this came for the retard step. That's okay. Fine. So there are two ways. One thing is you can handle the exception. Other way is that you can ignore the exception. You can shut the mouth of the compiler by using throws. Can I close this? Okay. I think I covered checked exceptions, unchecked exceptions, and how to handle the checked exceptions using try-catch blocks. You can handle checked exceptions and unchecked exceptions using try-catch block. And whereas we can ignore the exceptions, possibility of exceptions, that is checked exceptions using throws keyword. Okay, you can shut the mouth of the compiler, but we are not really handling it. If still there is an exception coming, you will get a runtime error in the output. Okay, so it's all about the exception types, guys. Okay, so for now, this much is enough for exception types. Any doubts, any questions in the exception handling mechanism? If everyone is clear, just type C in the chat box. Just type C in the chat box so that we can go to the next topic. I'll take a simple topic for the next one. So that tomorrow we'll start on Monday we'll start a brand new topic. Okay. For Java and all. So we'll take a simple topic for today because it's already 7:43. So I'll take a simple topic to cover up now. Okay. That you will be already aware of and it doesn't take much time for you to understand because I already have covered it for you. Okay, fine. So fine guys, so let's move on to the next one. Today we have something from these notes and these notes, two notes. I'll share with you, don't worry. Yeah, that is a Pushkar. I'm not going to cover that throw and throws difference and all. Okay, that I'll give you as an assignment. You can, from my assignments, you can find it out. Okay, Pushkar, because we don't have so much of time. Only the Selenium Java that is required for Selenium I'm covering, but I'll give you an assignment where you can find it out. Okay. So throw is all about manually throwing an exception. Okay, so that case is there, but we don't really need that now. As part of Selenium automation, we don't have to learn it. But this will be covered to you as part of the assignment case. Okay, fine. And other thing is, Mahesh is asking me once revise in short, what is checked and unchecked exception? Checked exceptions are the exceptions which are checked by the compiler. For example, here, okay, the compiler is giving us a message, error message. Compiler error is coming here asking us to, handle this exception. Okay, there's a possibility of exception. Compiler is saying such exceptions are called as checked exceptions. And there are other cases where the compiler is not telling us. You see that if you run this code, you'll get an exception, runtime error. But is the compiler suggesting us there's a possibility of exception here? No. Such exceptions which are not checked by compiler while we are writing the code or while we are compiling the code, such kind of exceptions are called as unchecked exceptions. Okay. In summary, that is the thing. In short, that is the thing. Is it clear, Mahesh? Okay. The exceptions which are checked by compiler while you are writing the code, compiler errors are coming, that there is a possibility of exceptions are called as checked exceptions. And the exceptions that you don't know, okay, there is a possibility. Java compiler is not giving you a suggestion that there is a possibility of exception. And when you run the code directly, you see the runtime error or exception in the output. Such kind of exceptions are called as unchecked exceptions. Okay. And coming to the checked exceptions, you can either implement try catch block or you can ignore them. For unchecked exceptions, no need to ignore because compiler is not giving you any suggestions, but you can handle the exception, possibility of exception using try catch block. Okay. In case of unchecked exceptions, you have to handle the exceptions. When you see the errors in the output, when you run the code, you have to handle them. Okay, but you cannot ignore because there is no need of ignoring because compiler itself is not giving you any suggestion that there's a possibility of exception. So no need of ignoring. But in case of checked exceptions, we have to ignore. Okay, if you don't want the compiler to suggest you such kind of exceptions in the program. Okay, and you want to shut the mouth of the compiler. Fine. Fine, guys.
Uh,
Yeah.
Hi,
Yeah.
Arun.
Yeah. Hi.
I have a question. So what is the role of the finally block? That means that the finally block must always accompany the try block or a
Yes,
catch
yes.
block.
Finally, block is another additional topic that I'll give you as an assignment. Okay. So like through I have not covered and finally also I'm not covering. So the finally at a high level, I'll tell you, finally, no matter what, whether you handle the exception, whether the exception comes or whether you're handling the, whether the control is going to the catch block or whether the exception is not coming, no matter what, if you want to do something, then you have to use finally block. We generally use a finally block to close the objects. For example, you have used scanner class. Scanner class, we have to close the object or not. In the yesterday session, I covered scanner to collect the inputs from the user. Remember, right? You have to close the object. Let's say scanner line is giving a exception. In that case, control will go to which block? Catch block to handle the exception. And in the try block code itself, we have written, for example, in the try block code itself, we have written like the scanner object dot close. In that case, if the control will go to the catch block because of the exception, will that scanner object will be closed? It will be skipped, right? Before closing only, we got an exception in the try block. It will be skipped. So to overcome such kind of problem, whether the exception comes or doesn't come, when you are handling the exception, whether the exception comes or not, whether the try block gets executed or catch block gets executed, you will write a finally block so that no matter what exception comes or not, finally block will be executed and you will close objects. That's the main purpose of the finally block. Okay. In the finally block, you will simply say scanner.close. Let's say. Got it?
Yeah.
So I'm not going to explain that in detail because that will take time. And if we keep on exploring more topics in Java, it's endless, guys. So that thing I'll give you as an assignment. Okay. So you guys can do it and explore and do it. With this knowledge, you should be able to do it. Okay. And I'll give you some related videos that you can watch also. Okay. So two things I'll give you an assignment as you have asked me the questions about that. I'll give you two things. One is about throw assignment one I'll give, where I'll give you the video, guys. I'm not saying that I'm not explaining. I'll give you a video where you can watch and understand it. Okay. My own explanation. And other one is finally block, right? Finally block. I'll give another assignment. Okay. That you can watch the video and understand. If any other things also remaining, I'll give you as an assignment. You guys can watch. Okay. In the exception handling, which I have not covered. Okay. Fine, guys. But whatever I covered is enough for Selenium automation. Okay. Fine, let's move on to the packages. The next topic is packages. Shall I move on to the next topic, guys? If you're okay, then just type yes in the chat box. Then I can start packages. Packages is a very simple topic, guys, that I can cover. I feel today. Okay. Handling files, it will take 1 day, and collections framework it will definitely take 1 day. But packages is very simple one that I can cover along with whatever I covered today. Okay. Fine. Already we are creating a lot of packages, guys, right? In this program, as you can see, did I create a lot of packages or not? Why do you think I have created so many packages? Why do you think, guys? I've created so many packages. Anyone? You can type in the chat box if you want. Would like to know from you. Why do you think that I have created this kind of packages here? In this case, just think in terms of for each topic, one package for better understanding. Rajkumar is saying, yeah, you are almost near. Yeah, like folders to organize the code. Srilata is saying to organize the code. A lot of people are saying to ease access and all. Okay. I say it is organizing, guys. Okay. Okay. It's organizing. Tomorrow I want some file related to, operators. I'll just go through these packages and see the operators, and I can find all the class files related to operators. Tomorrow I want to know about exceptions. Exception handling mechanism. Okay. Exception demo is there, right? Here I'll find all these files. Is it easy for me to find all the files or not? By organizing the stuff. Is it easy for me or not? Yeah, I'll give you an example, guys. A real world example I'll give. You'll understand why packages are required with this. There are two situations. One is with packages and without packages and with packages. Let's say without packages, a real world example I'll give. Without packages, let's say. Without packages, you are not organizing the code. The code is becoming very big and big. Okay. There is a project, and in that project, there are a lot of files and all. Okay. Let's say this is a real world example is about your room. Your study room is there. You just stay in that study room. Okay. So in that room, you have a lot of books, but you don't have the racks or shelves to organize your books. Okay. There are 1,000 books with you, but you don't have any racks. You just place your books like this one on, like piling up your books like here and there. You just, in an unorganized way, you have put your books there. And one particular day, one of your friend came and asked you for a particular book that your friend needs to read. And now you went back to your pile of books and you want to find that particular book out of all these 1,000 books. Will it take time or not? Will it take some time or not to find that book that your friend needs out of this 1,000 books, because you have not organized it in your, okay? So it will definitely take time because you keep searching for book by book, and finally it will take some time to find the required book and you will give it to the friend. It may take, let's say, 10 minutes or 5 minutes it has taken for you to find the book and give it to you. Fine. Now, there's another case where with packages, okay, with packages, what may happen is, again, the same thing, you have your own room, study room, and you have 1,000 books, but only one benefit here is you have some racks where you can organize your books, okay? Let's say, instead of placing your books here and there, you have some racks like this. And where in these racks, let's say your current, whether you're a student of school or college or whatever it is, that related books are provided here. Academic related books are there here. Story books are there here. Fictional books are there here. Health related books are there here. Finance related books are here. English and English grammar related books are here. Like that, you have organized the books like this into different categories. Okay, different categories. Your children related books are there here. Okay, like that, you have organized the books according to the different categories. Okay, so similar type of books you have put in one shelf, and similar type of books you have put in another shelf. Like that, you have organized the books. The 1,000 books you organize. Now, same case, your friend came to your house and asked you a particular book. In this case, let's say your friend has asked you about a fictional book, okay, fiction related books, and you have organized the fiction related book in this particular shelf. Now there are 10 books in this case, let's say 10 or 15 books in this case, let's say. Will it be easy to find that particular book and give it to your friend in less time now, instead of taking 5 to 10 minutes? In 1 minute or something, you can give it or not. Within 1 minute, you can give now. Why? This is the power of organizing the stuff. Okay, why we organize a lot of stuff at our home? Whatever you are, whatever you see, you will see a lot of shelves at your house, not just books, but your items. Okay, right? Your kitchen items, your you have a lot of things to organize at home, right? Your makeup items, your you have dressing table to organize, and you have study table to organize your study related stuff. Okay, your clothes will be organized. Okay, children clothes will be separated, elder clothes will be separated. Okay, a lot of things at your home are organized. Why? Because it will make our job easy to find the items in less time. Okay, when you organize the stuff, it will not create a mess, and you will be able to do whatever you want in less time. That's the power of organizing. Same thing will happen without packages and with packages. With packages, you can organize the stuff. Okay, in this case, I have followed the process of organizing to find the related items under different. Tomorrow, if I want to find about arrays related stuff, I just have to go to the arrays package and find the arrays. It will not take much time. But just imagine that if I have not provided these packages, and if I have created all the files under the single thing under the project, without packages, will it be difficult for you to find the arrays related stuff or not? If I have not used the packages here, would it have been difficult for you to find the arrays related stuff or not? Right? So that's the reason packages are important, guys. Okay, without packages, things will become difficult. Even you see the library of Java. You see, Java library is a JRE system, which is a predefined library, right? The developers have already developed a lot of predefined classes, methods, interfaces, and everything related to Java library. So they have organized not only packages, but a group of packages they have organized at jar file level. Jar means zip file. Okay, you see, under, let's say, java.base, there are a lot of packages they have grouped together. They are not only organizing the files under the packages, but they're organizing the packages under the zip files. It's the next level organizing. Do you think jar files are next level organizing in case of JRE system library or not? What do you say, guys? You see, Java library is so big that it's not enough to organize just files. Okay, just class files, interfiles, related files they don't want to organize in a single umbrella. But rather, there are a lot of packages, and packages in turn have a lot of files. So in that case, Java guys have thought of organizing at the next level, where a group of packages, related packages, they organize at a zip file level, jar file level. Okay. So big the library is that they went on to the next level of organizing. Behind the packages, they have to organize. So they have created some jar files with a group of related packages, and under the packages, they've organized the files. Okay, under the packages, they've organized the files. Clear, guys? Why packages are required is at a high level clear for you. Even Java libraries is like, kind of stuff. Okay, so I'm just getting some questions here while I'm okay. Yes, Rajkumar, you are right. For each topic, one package I have written for better understanding, right? So better organizing, you can say. So tomorrow I need any particular, you guys need any particular file from a particular topic, you can easily go to that particular package, right? Find that particular file. Your answer is right. Okay, Rajkumar, your answer is right. And yeah, Srilata, you are also right. Like folders to organize the code, like this room shelves to organize the things. Here also same thing. To differentiate, yeah, that is another thing. To differentiate, yeah, there is some kind of differentiation here. You see, there is a possibility here in Java where different. If you talk about differentiation, you see here in arrays we have one.java. Again, arrays miscellaneous. Again, we have one.java. You see, in same Java project, I created two Java files with the same name, one.java, one.java. They have the same name, but Java is allowing you because you are creating them as part of different package. This one.java belongs to this package. This one.java having the same name belongs to different package. To differentiate the files also, we can use packages. Okay. And that's what Kumar is saying in the chat box. Nagaveni, what is your question? To use code in other programs, inheritance?
We can use variables and methods in other programs also, right?
Yeah,
If
we
we
can do that.
have, yeah,
But it's
two
not related
different
to package,
packages.
but it's not related to packages, okay? Packages
Okay,
is just to organize the stuff. Inheritance
okay.
concept is anyhow there with packages or without packages, doesn't matter.
Access will be there from different package also.
Yes, yes, yes. Access will be there. You can make a class of another package, a child of another package also. Okay, that's not a problem. Okay.
Okay.
Within the
Mm.
package, inheritance is there. Outside the package, inheritance is there. So no, it's not about that. Okay. Clear, right? Nagavani for you?
Yes,
Inheritance
sir.
and packages. Okay.
Yes.
The question was all about inheritance and packages. That's fine. I think I cleared it for you. Any other question we have? So Mahesh is asking me related code classes and all. Yes, correct. So with packages, you are organizing the related stuff. Okay. These classes all belong to the abstract related demos. In all these classes, I have demonstrated, right? Something like that. Okay. And then any other things I have in the chat box, I'm just going through, scrolling through. Can we use package A variables and methods in package B of some class? Yes, we can use that. Okay. I told you just now, right? Nagavani?
Yes,
Yes.
same question. Yeah.
Yeah. Same question. Okay. We can do that. Okay. So fine. Great. So now let's move on to the notes and see package creation. Let's say there is a Facebook application. You understood packages with my way why I'm doing in this because when I upload this code, you guys should be able to easily find the things. So I created the packages here. That's good. And apart from that, you see there is a Facebook project. Everyone know about the Facebook application, right? Social media application, where you see the developers of the Facebook have created different packages where friends package they created, let's assume. And in that add friends functionality, edit friends, find friends like that, they created three classes. For developing the add friends, adding friends logic, they have written add friends class and edit friends and find friends for editing friends, for deleting the friends, for removing the friends, and unfollowing the friends, etc. Edit friends and for finding the new friends, find friends of functionality. So all these are related to friends, so they are put in under the friends package. And coming to login, create account, forgot password, login, logout, they put in under login. Okay. Photos, cover photo, create album, edit photos, profile photo, view albums. All these are related to photos. So photos package they have put. Profile, edit profile, view profile, they put under the profile. Like that, everyone has their own purpose of creating the packages to organize the code related stuff under respective packages. Okay. So that tomorrow, if you want any particular thing, if the Facebook developers want to make some changes to the logout functionality, they know that logout will be there in the login and they'll go and modify the logout code. Okay. They can easily find out the logout class and the Facebook application will grow like anything and it will be very difficult for them to manage, right? If they put all the things without packages under the same project. Okay. So that's why we need packages to organize. Okay. We generally group things to organize them better for locating them easily. This is the reason behind why packages are required. Packages are created to group related classes, interfaces, and other files. Okay, under one category. And okay, packages are created to group related classes, interface, and other files, and under one category. Okay, so that tomorrow, if you want to locate them and access them easily, we need them. Okay. So is it clear, guys? Theoretical concept about packages is clear. Everyone type C in the chat box if it is clear for you. The theoretical concept of packages, if it is clear. Okay, great. So there are few changes that packages will do the way we work that I'm going to cover now. Now you understood what is the concept of packages, but there are some things that you need to know how packages will impact our way of working with Java code. The first thing is accessing instance variables and methods from other class, which is under the same package. Okay. So for example, here I'll do one thing. I'll just create a new package. Right click, new package. I'll say packages demo. Here I created the package, and I'll create some classes here. I'll just name this as one.java. Finish. Without main method I'm creating for now, just to make it easy for you to understand. In that I'll create some variable and method. Int a is equal to 10. Here public void sample1. Inside this method I'll write system.out.println, system.out.println inside sample1 method. Okay, inside sample1 method I'll say. Save this. That's it. Now I'll create one more class. Right click, new class. I'll just say 2 class. Okay, now I will just create main method here. Not only main method, you can create a normal method also, but I'm creating main method so that we can run the code if required, because execution in Java will start from the main method. Now, if I want to access this variable and method of this one inside this main method of this 2 class, what I have to do, guys? How to access? How to access, guys? How to access this variable and method of this class in another class here? Yeah, I'll add.
Creating object of class 1.
Yeah, I have to create an object for the class 1, right? So I have made, you see this class is public, this variable is public, and this method is public. Okay, I'm just creating an object for this class. One is equal to new one. Now using the object reference system.out.println one dot a, I can access the variable, and similarly I can call the method using one dot object reference dot sample one method. You see, like this I can access. Right click, run as. Within the package it is like this. Okay, 10 inside sample one. That's good. All good. Now, let's say, let me go with another one. See, if we have any other thing. Or I'll do one thing. Okay.
Doubts
I'll-
packages there, right?
Yeah, don't worry. Let's create a new one. Why to, package other, I'll say other package. This is another package. Okay. Package. I'll make it easy for you. Okay. So I create another package. You see here, packages demo is one package. Where is the packages demo? Packages demo is one package. Package other is another package. Now, this one class is belong to the packages demo, and 2 class also belong to the same package, packages demo. But now in packages other, I'm going to create another package known as 3. There's another class known as 3. Finish, and in that 3, I'm going to create a variable public int c is equal to some 5, and public void sample3 I'll create a method, sample method I'll create, and here I'll write a print statement system.out.println inside sample3 method. Okay, inside sample3 method. Like this, I'll write the code. Now this three class, you see this particular three class belong to the same package or different package. When I compare this three class with two class belong to packages demo, whereas three class belong to same package or different package. Different package. So now how to access the variables and methods of this class which is there in the different package? Everything is public here also. This class is public, this variable is public, this method is also public. Can access in the same way like one? Can how to access, guys? We have to create an object or not? We have to create an object. The first thing is that we have to create an object. 3 is equal to new 3, I will say. Now I'll hover the mouse on this, import this 3. You see, earlier when I said 1 is equal to new 1, I didn't get any error statement. Did I get the error statement when I creating object for the one class? Because one class belong to the same package where two classes available, but three class belong to the different package. Since it belongs to a different package, hover the mouse. You see, I'm being asked to import it. Import this three class from which package? Packages other package. So I have to write import. Import from which package? Package other dot 3. Like this, I have to import this class first. Then the error will be gone. I will be able to create the object. Within the package, no import statement is required. But outside the package, if you are accessing a particular class outside the package by creating an object, you have to import that particular class to access the variables and methods of that particular class. Okay. Now system.out.println extra statement is import statement 3.c and here 3.sample3. Got it, guys? This extra statement, I don't have to import this one from the same package, right? Import packages demo dot 1. This is not required. Okay. You see, warning message is coming. Is never used. Why? Because this one class is belong to the same package, so there is no need of importing the class. But in case of 3 class, it belongs to a different package, so I have to import it, guys. Okay, I have to import that. Clear, guys? Clear? Clear with this? I have to import it. Okay. If a particular class belongs to a different package, I have to write an extra import statement. That's what the packages will make a difference in our way of working with Java programs. Okay, if you try to access the variables and methods of a class which is outside a package, then I have to import the class which is from a different package, and then we have to access the variables and methods by creating the object for that. Without importing that particular class from the package, we cannot create an object for the class because this class will give you an error, and it will give you an error saying that you have to import the class from a different package. Okay. Okay. I imported the class and showed you. And other thing that package will do make a difference is with the default and protected modifiers. Okay. With the default and protected modifiers, there is one more thing, guys. Okay, in packages. So remember the default and protected modifiers I covered as part of the previous sessions. Modifiers topic, I covered this. Within the package, outside the package, I covered. Remember? Default and protected modifiers. If we go back, but I'll just cover at a high level. I'll not cover in depth, but I'll cover at a high level again, but not in depth. Just go back and see where it is. Already covered that, guys. In modifiers topic, I covered. But I'll just revise for you at a high level. Okay, don't worry. You see here I covered, you see I already have done an assignment also. Access default modifier specified class variables and methods from another class which is part of the same and different package. And similarly, access protected access modifier specified variables and methods from another class which is part of the same and different package. These were the assignments I have given as part of this topic. Which one? That is day 25 recording. Okay. You can revise again if you want to go there back and then you want to see, you can do that. Okay. Yeah, I'll tell you at a high level how to remember the default and protected in case of packages. Within the package, with outside the package, what will happen is coming to the default modifier. First, default modifier. Default, there are 4 access modifiers, right? What are the 4 access modifiers we have? Everyone type in the chat box. What are the 4 access modifiers we have in Java? 4 access modifiers. What are the 4 different access modifiers we have in Java? Anyone try to answer that in the chat box? Yes, private, public, private, default, and protected are the 4 access modifiers we have in Java. Public means can be accessed anywhere throughout the project. Private means only within the class we have to access, right? Private means it's like a private beach. Only the people who check into that hotel will have the access to the beach. Public beach means anyone can access the beach, whether they check into the hotel or doesn't matter. Anyone can access the beach, kind of stuff. So that is public. Public means anyone can access. Okay, within the package, outside the package. Outside the package, we just need to import the class to access. That's it. Okay, the extra thing. Private means only within the class we can access. Outside the class we cannot access. I told you clearly. And coming to the default will act like public within the package. Public within the package. Within the package, default will act like a public only. Okay, within package, default will act like public, whereas outside package, default will act like private. Outside package, default will act like what? Private. Okay, coming to the protected modifier. In protected modifier, it will act like public within package. Within package, protected modifier will act like protected modifier specified before variables and methods, whatever the supported ones, will act like public within the package, and private outside the package. Outside the package, protected modifier specified things will act like private. Outside package act like private. Except for what? What's the difference between default and modifier? Both look same, right? Public within package, private outside the private. Public within package, private outside. What's the difference then? Here, except for child classes. For protected modifier, outside the package still can access the variables and methods of but still only for child classes it is allowed. Private for all the other classes except for child classes. Okay, except for child classes. Okay, clear everyone? This is what you have to remember. Default will act like public within the package, private outside the package. Even child classes also private only. Okay, for default. Coming to protected, public within the package and private outside the package, except for child class. Child classes, it will behave like you can inherit the variables and methods of outside package here, even though they are protected. Okay, only for child classes access is there, but in default for child classes also it's private only. Okay, that's the only difference. So I'll give that as again as an assignment here because I already covered as part of the previous session. So I'll give that as an assignment. Default with and without packages. Okay, this is assignment 3. Assignment 3. Protected with and without packages. How it will behave? Assignment 4. Okay, again we are repeating the assignment if in case you don't remember. Okay, so these are the things, and final thing is there. Okay, that is using asterisk in the import statements to import all the classes. That means, for example, here in other package we have only 3 class. Let's say we have one more class. Let's say 4. This is the last one for today. I'll just give 4. Okay, finish. And in the 4, I'll create a variable and method. Into d is equal to 15. System.out. Public void sample 4 inside sample 4 method. System.out.println inside sample 4 method. Okay, like this I'll write. Now save this. Now I want to here 3 and 4 belongs to a package, other package. Okay, they belong to the other package. Now, if I want to access 4, again I need to create an object for 4. 4 is equal to new 4. Like this, I have to access. But error will come asking us to import this 4 class from package other package. Okay, for that I have to write the import statement like this: import package other dot 4, I'll say. Okay, now, but how many statements I have written here? How many statements I have written for importing 2 classes from a different package? 2 statements, right? 2 statements I have written. Instead of this writing these 2 statements, instead I will comment it out. Instead of writing these 2 statements, there is one way, guys. That is simply write down import package other. Instead of specifying special classes like 3, 4, provide asterisk symbol. This means all the classes from this package will be imported at a go. You don't have to write multiple import statements. Only one import statement you can write. Clear? Clear, guys? Where asterisk will come into picture? When multiple classes need to be imported from the same package, instead of writing multiple statements for every class, you just write the asterisk symbol. That means all the classes from this package will be imported at a go. Okay? So with this, we are done with the packages, guys. Any doubts, any questions? Guys, any doubts, any questions? Okay. Just type C in the chat box if it is clear for you guys. Just type C in the chat box if it is clear for you, the packages concept that I have explained today. If it is clear, you can ask, just type C, and if it's not clear, you can ask me the questions. I am now available for questions, guys. Whatever the questions you can ask now. So today is notes 1. You can ask me the questions while I am working here. Any questions you can ask me, guys, without any problem. I'll answer everything for you. If you have anything confusing or whatever it is, you feel free to ask. No issues in that. Today's notes 2. This is notes 2. Okay. Yeah. Welcome, Rajkumar. Have a nice day too. And related to code, I have to upload the code and give it to you. Yeah, welcome, Mahesh. Tomorrow I'll be covering, on Monday I'll be covering the how to handle the files. On Tuesday mostly I'll cover collections framework. Then we'll be done with Java and we'll continue with Selenium automation later. Okay, that's the plan, guys. Yeah, welcome, Krupal. Thank you, and welcome. So Vinay, you're asking me tomorrow in which day class? Tomorrow live session. There's no class. Tomorrow it's all about live automation thing. Okay, we have this Selenium automation live series going on as an initiative. That Saturday and Sunday people will attend to. We will try to do a lot of stuff together. Okay. I don't think so, Vivek. There is a way. Okay. You don't need to learn the entire collections. I'll tell you, if it takes 2 days, I'm okay with that. Okay. Tomorrow at 7 a.m. only, same time. No changes in time. Okay. Just attend at 7 a.m. time only. No changes in time. Tomorrow also 7 a.m. only. The same time you'll have the class tomorrow. Okay. We didn't cover much. Actually, we have not started it, whatever we thought of. We are just, we are waiting for more people to join that initiative. So we are just, automating here and there. Okay. So we are taking up some challenges every week and trying to solve them for now. But ultimate goal is to, automate entire application end to end. Okay. That has not started it, but you can join tomorrow. Okay. Without any issues. It has not you don't have to worry about how many days we have covered. Maybe 1 or 2 days that I'll give you the recordings tomorrow. Okay, what to do and all. But that's not don't have to do that in a sequential manner. That's okay. Okay, it's not that we have started. We have just doing some groundwork there. Okay, nothing much to worry about. You can join tomorrow without any problems. Okay, Vinay. Any other questions, guys, regarding tomorrow's session or something? Tomorrow, say 7 a.m. I want everyone to attend. Whoever is interested in live sessions, just come there. Okay. Live automation sessions. Interview questions I don't want to cover. I'll give that as an assignment. Okay, you can do it. Okay. First, let me explain about collections. Then later we'll discuss about collections, interviews, and all those stuff. Okay. Is that fine, Vivek? Just remind me again. Interview questions you don't have to separately learn about collections. There are a lot of things are there. So anyhow, I'm
Yes, yes.
preparing a list for you. I'm preparing a list, interview questions list for you, where a lot of interview questions will be covered for you. Don't have to be taken that as a separate thing. So you can already see my playlist right here.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, Kumari, the same link, same Zoom link. Okay, you don't have. It's a free initiative, guys. Okay, for the people who joined for trainings, they can freely join the live sessions. Okay, live automation series without paying anything, or the people who joined for the live training series, they can join the general trainings also for free. Okay, so we have taken that as an initiative and as an additional thing for you. So anyhow, like here yesterday I gave an assignment, right, regarding the interview questions. This one. Okay, this playlist you follow and watch. Okay, simultaneously with my trainings, this playlist. Okay, so at this moment 215 videos are there with answers and more are going to come. So including collections, everything will come there. Let's not waste the time. Okay, that's the plan. Okay, is that fine?
And collection also covered in while we learning Selenium. That time also collection will repeat, right?
I
I
didn't
mean,
get that.
according to
Come
the
again, Vivek.
requirement of
What is that you're asking?
collection will repeat once again when we are trying to use in our Selenium framework.
In Selenium framework, you will not get that much about collections, but here and there, maybe 2 or 3 instances will get collections related stuff. But I'll explain. Okay, I'll explain at a high level. No need to worry.
Yes, yes, no. Thank
Tomorrow
you.
I'll explain on Monday I'll explain anyhow, right? So it will be clear for you. Okay.
Yes, because there is the various different types of collections.
But
So
you
that's
don't
how
need
I.
everything for Selenium automation. You don't need no need to learn everything for Selenium automation. As an assignment, I'll give you a playlist where you can learn the complete collections also. Okay.
Okay, no. Thank you.
I'll give you assignments. If I'm not covering everything, I'm definitely going to give you the assignments. Okay. So that assignments you can go and my videos will be there. You can go and watch whatever that is required for Selenium. I'm teaching here, but behind Selenium, whatever coming, I'm giving that as an assignment to watch. You guys, I'm asking you guys to watch the video so that you can do it by yourself. Okay, without any problem. If still have any doubts, you can come back to me. No issues. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. Kumar, it's same Zoom link. Okay. You have to join using the same Zoom link. No changes. Same time, same time, same Zoom link. Okay, everything is same. No confusions. Note 1, note 2, and code I have to upload, right? So let's go and upload the code. Meanwhile, you can ask me the questions, guys. Any questions you have, you can ask me while I upload this code. Did I upload this code? I don't remember. Let's go there. Box. Repos. So I'll give you the code in some time in the Telegram group. Okay, you can take it from there. So I just have to go to GitHub. Just now uploaded there. First one is about this. What is that thing? No. This one, exceptions too. Okay. Today's code 1 is given. And go back. Then code 2, code 3. It's giving us 1 minute now. Here, where is this? 1 minute. Yeah, this is. Just give me a second, guys. Okay. Sometimes things become big. This is done. And these two things. Packages demo, packages other. Today's code 2. Today's code 3. Packages other I have to give. Done. And coming to the assignments, any doubts? Any doubts? Any questions? You can keep asking me, guys. Okay, I'll be there here. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Just keep asking me the doubts if you have any. Assignment 1. Write a program for checked exception in Java. Okay. Assignment 2. Write a program for checked exception in Java. Assignment 3. Write a program for handling checked exception in Java. Assignment 4. Sir, very simple assignments. Write a program for handling checked exception in Java. Assignment 5. Write a program for ignoring checked exception in Java. Assignment 6. Write a program for proving that we don't have to ignore an checked exception. Okay. Assignment 7. Create packages for organizing in Java. Okay. In a project. Just try to create a dummy assignment and try to do that. Okay. Now assignment 8. Write a program using program for throw keyword in exception handling topic. And here I'll give the video also. Yeah, this is the video you have to watch, guys, okay? To understand that. What is throw and all. And this also you can watch, but not required. Yeah, okay, Abdul. Sure. No problem, Abdul. You can drop off. No problem. You can drop off. So video also I give for through. You can watch and do that assignment. And next assignment is finally block. Assignment 9. Write a program for finally block in exception handling topic. Why and where it is required, I have created a video already. Finally, Java QFox. You'll get that video. Yeah, this is a finally block. You watch this video and try to complete that assignment. Assignment 9 also done. Any other assignments? Okay, assignment 10. Write a program to access default modifiers within and outside packages. Okay. Assignment 10. Assignment level. Write a program to access protected modifier within and outside packages. This is the assignment 11. So these assignments are done, and any other assignments are there, I'll just see here. Yeah, this is one thing you can do. Mm, 1 minute. This is one thing. I'll give some videos to watch then. Okay, these are the assignments for today. Any questions, any doubts? Guys, any questions or any doubts you have? You want to talk to me? I'll upload the recording in some time. Today I forgot, guys. Today I should not be forgetting this. Let's see. Yeah. So that's all from my side. Any doubts, any questions, guys? Want to talk to me?
Hi.
Yeah.
Hello. Yes, my name is Vivek. So I
Yeah,
left the organization last March. So I have completed almost a year from left the organization. So now I'm joining. So the interviewer asking me or the HR asking me that you have a big career gap in that. So
Uh-huh.
how to do this thing?
Okay, come again with your question. Your voice is not audible. Can you increase?
I, I was in TCS last March. I have left the company. After
Last
that, I
March,
was
you have left
joining.
the company in TCS and you joined another company. Okay.
No. I'm not joining another company. So now I'm looking for the new opportunities, but my gap is very big. So that's how they asking me that what you did in that time.
Okay.
Or the,
You are not giving a proper answer there. What is the real reason?
correct. That's what I guess.
Okay. You better give the real reason, okay, why you have to take a break. Okay. So maybe it may be your family issues, or it may be like you want to really want to take a break, or you want to try some other opportunity, like be an entrepreneur or something, right? I have seen my friends doing that, and there's no problem in that. Okay, it's okay.
Okay.
They went
I
back.
thought it's
Yeah, one of my friends have actually took a break and started a company, and as it didn't work
Mhm.
out, again they joined the company back. Okay,
Okay.
that's okay. People will understand that. Okay, everyone has their own perspective, right? So that's okay.
Okay.
Ultimately, you have to give some justification to what you have done. A lot of cases it will be personal reason, because of the family situations or something responsibilities. People will take a break. Okay, that
Yes.
also if you
Yes.
can give, that's not a big deal. Okay, you can give that, not a problem. So
So just
ultimately, skill set is an important one, right? So no matter what, if they really need a candidate, they will take it. Okay, they'll take no matter what. Okay.
yes.
So they ask the question because there is a gap visible. So you have to give a better answer there. Okay. How to, you know,
Okay. I got it.
genuine way, so that, they can understand and understand your perspective, and, it's okay kind of stuff. Okay. Like
Is
this.
one of the company I have told them that my father is not actually my father is not well that
Yeah,
time. So I
that's the
have
main reason, right? That's very important. If you tell the same answer to me, I really feel concerned about you, because, I also, admire you, because just for your father, and, you are taking care of your father, and you are giving a break is a very good thing, right? So that everyone has to do. Okay. That's the number one responsibility of a child, okay, or son. So it's a very good answer. Okay. Very good way of explaining. Okay. You can give that, no problem. People will understand, because everything will not run smooth in our life, right? So
exactly yes.
sometimes we have to take a break for some XYZ reason. So you have to give that. Okay, it's okay to take a break, no problem.
My manager was not ready to give me a leave for 2 to 3 months that time. So I
Yeah,
requested them,
let's
but
inform
they
them,
don't.
right? That's okay. Like I had to take a break. I have to take a break. Okay, to take care of my father. Okay,
Yes,
I made up my mind. I took a break. Now I want my father is well now or something, and then now I want to join back, like that. You can say that's not a big deal. Okay,
okay.
no problem, Vivek. You can do that.
So I shouldn't mention over there anything else except of this. I mean, at that time what I did and
You can
I
mention
mean,
that, apart from taking a break, I didn't leave testing part. I kept learning testing. Okay. Because
yes,
I was not able to travel to office and take care of my father at the same time. So for a few months, it was very hectic. So I was not able to focus much on testing. But after that, I came, once my father is feeling well, I came back, and, I started, continuing my journey with testing, even though I have not joined a company, but, I was with testing and doing all this stuff, and you can mention that, not a problem.
so I thought that I can. I mean, if I put experience over there, so that's how it work or not.
Don't fake it. If it is, if you fake it, right, you are going to take a risk. Okay.
Yeah. Because they are
See,
asking for
people,
the
there are
payment
two
on-
ways. One way is to fake it. Okay. Other ways, if it is not really working out for you, then it's okay. That people will generally fake it out. And but there is a risk because when the company finds it out in some way, they will come back to you. Okay.
Nowadays, they are asking for PF details and all.
Yeah,
Rest
whatever
of the
it may be.
details.
You see, once you fake it, you are taking up a risk.
Correct.
The risk is on your shoulders. Okay. It's not
Yes.
easy. Okay. I'm not saying taking risk is good or bad. It may be good sometimes for some people, bad for some people. Okay. If you have an option of not including that, then ignore that. Okay. Simple, tell the reason for the gap and go there. What's the matter? If it's not working out, you have to take a risk. Okay. That's your call.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Arun.
Yeah, welcome, Vivek. No problem. And any other questions, guys? Any other questions for today? Anyone have any questions? Okay, no. Fine. Welcome, Sam. Okay, then, guys, we'll wind it up for today. I hope you will be doing some assignments. I know a lot of assignments I gave. Hope you will be doing that assignments. Okay. So that's all from my side. Tomorrow we'll meet. Okay, so join tomorrow session where I'll not be teaching you anything, but we'll be doing some automation stuff live. Okay, some live applications, some challenges we'll try to solve using automation. It will be very pretty interesting, guys. Okay, even you guys also can participate tomorrow. Okay, so you people also can come before and automate something, and that's also good. Okay, so let's see how it goes tomorrow. I'll be doing it at the same time other people also may be doing. Let's see. So that's all for today, guys. Bye everyone. See you tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Same time. Bye.